host, and today we'll be talking a little bit about the 200-meter race that was run earlier on today, really, in Brussels, the Diamond League. Shericka Jackson took to the field. We also had Masilingi, we had Christine Mboma, we had Dina Asher-Smith, and we had the one and only Sha'Carri Richardson. This was supposed to be her redemption run. Sha'Carri Richardson, she finished outside the top 3, but this one is not about Sha'Carri Richardson. We won't be dwelling too much on her because the true champion needs to be recognized, and I think we've been dwelling too much on Sha'Carri for the past few weeks. I think she hasn't really done anything really to be deemed a superstar. The US media and the press, they've sensationalized everything, and they made it seem really that she was the one to beat, whereas there are far more interesting athletes out there that are doing exceptional stuff at younger age than Sha'Carri Richardson. And by this I mean the one and only Christine Mboma. What a fantastic run she had today, and at only 18. As I said in the preview to the race, at only 18, it only begs the question, how fast can she go, and how much better she can do. She still has her best years ahead of her, which we very well know. And running 21.81 at 18 years old, no easy feat. Usain Bolt, if you remember correctly, he ran 1993, I think, at 17 years old. That's a 200-meter youth record for males, and I'm calling Sha'Carri. And Christine Mboma, she's running less than 2 seconds slower than the time Usain Bolt ran to make the youth world record over 200 meters. She had her run today was pristine, really. When she came off the curve, it was almost as if it was done and dusted. She turned on the afterburners, and then she dismantled the field easily. I think this year will be one of the best years, and it's the ideal year to propel her into doing great things. We can see superstars from far out, and Christine Mboma, she is a superstar. I won't even say superstar in the making, because to go in the Olympics in the 200 meters and to get a silver medal in a field of so much experienced women, so many women that have been doing so well over such long period, it's very impressive, and I think she'll only get better from here on. Christine Mboma, we don't know much about her. We don't know much about her really, but just for a bit of insight, she started doing athletics or track and field in 2017. Her father abandoned her when she was born. Her mother died in 2016, so she basically had to take care of her 2 younger siblings from there on. So she has been through struggles, but again, she doesn't make the headlines because the US media in particular, they like to sensationalize their own. And seeing what this young lady has gone through and the maturity that she's showing at this age, I think the only thing that can stop her now is the IAAF. And we know going into the Olympics, she was prevented from taking part in the 400 meters because of the elevated levels of testosterone that was found. They did a test in, I think it was Italy. They went to do the test herself as well as Masilingi, and both of them came back with elevated levels of testosterone in their blood, both the test results. So again, as I said, I can't see an athlete, maybe apart from our own Elaine Thompson here, who can beat her now. She's the second fastest woman in the world, and she's proven that. She went to the Olympics, she stamped her class. She left the Olympics, she went to Kenya. She ran the under 20 200 meters. She got gold in that, and then she came back to the Diamond League in an experienced field again, and she showed what she was capable of. She's not moved by the big occasions as we've seen before. And again, I'll keep mentioning, I'll keep alluding to her age, because I think at 18 years old, it's so impressive the superlatives, they really can't go, they can't do enough justice to what she's doing at 18 years old. All right, and let me know what you guys think of her as well in the comment section. I think personally, the only thing that can stop her from smashing the records that are in front of her in the years to come is the IAAF. And I think the same treatment that happened, the same situation that happened with Caster Semenya, I think they'll take that route as well. The Namibian Athletics Association, they came out and they were bashing the IAAF because the IAAF released the results of what happened in the test, and it was supposedly to be kept confidential. I think she has the world one of the best times, I think, if not the world record for under 20 over 400 meters, and she has it for 200 meters as well. So again, she's been doing big stuff. She's been doing big stuff, and at times I have to laugh. Really, I have to laugh. But getting back to the race today, I think she wasn't in doubt at any point throughout the race. I was expecting Shericka Jackson to give a better time. She ran 21:95, I think 21:94 in the end. But again, we're still proud of her. Dina Asher-Smith finished third with just over 22 seconds. But I said prior to the race that Sha'Carri Richardson, she wasn't known for 200 meters. She came into this race as one of the slowest times when we're considering the variables as it relates to the big names in the race. She came in with 22 seconds as her personal best over 200 meters. So that's chalk to cheese really compared to the time that some of these women have been running throughout this year so far. So again, I think Christine Mboma, she ran a fantastic race. She is the true superstar, and although she may not be given the hype and the credit, imagine her dad abandoned her when she was a child. Her mom died when she was roughly 13 years old, and she can still push through all these struggles and all these challenges to come to the biggest tournament in the world, in the Olympics, and to place second behind the fastest woman on planet Earth as things stand at 18 years old. So what were you doing at 18 years old? That's the question, because I'm pretty sure very few of you guys were smashing under 20 records and competing with some of the fastest women on planet Earth. The field that she was up against today is a very decorated field. When you go through, if you're even checking on Google or wherever, when you go through the accolades that some of these women have, Shericka Jackson, Dina Asher-Smith, the things that they've won throughout the years, it's so impressive. And considering a teenager coming into this starting block with the weight of expectations on her based on the time that she's run prior, it's quite impressive. And I think, as I said earlier in the show, the only thing that can stop her is the IAAF, because I just see them coming out and doing some more tests and finding something in the rule book to say that it is unfair and she will not be allowed to compete against women anymore. Now, just so you know, guys, prior to that test that herself and Maselinghi did in Italy, neither of them knew that they had elevated levels of testosterone in their blood. All right, it's produced naturally. The difference with their situation and with Caster Semenya's situation is because Caster Semenya is intersex, but neither of these women are intersex, and that is the argument that the Namibian Athletic Association made. And I think that's why ultimately they were allowed to take part in the 200 meters and the 100 meter if they decided on it. I think the argument is based solely on the premise that the elevated levels of testosterone, it helps with endurance, but I think an argument will be rebut saying it also helps with power, and we're seeing the power in her strides. We saw that today, and as such, I think they'll be reviewing that and reassessing it just to ensure that it's a level playing field, because as things stand right now, to the naked eye, it definitely doesn't seem like a level playing field. And if a teenager is clocking those times and is putting on these big performances, it begs the question of what else does she have in the locker? How fast can she go over 200 meters? We're waiting to see, but I know it will come. The IAAF, they will, they're the only deterrent really to her greatness. And if Christine Mboma is to achieve her full potential with no hindrance, I'm bracing myself, because we will be seeing some phenomenal times coming from her, especially if she is around come the next Olympics. Next Olympics, she'll be 22. Folks, we could have a female Usain Bolt in the making here. This is the sort of stuff that Usain Bolt was doing at 17 and 18 years old. So we could have a superstar. And as I said before, she is a superstar already. Sha'Carri Richardson gets the headlines and she gets all the interviews and she gets all of that. But Christine Mboma is the true superstar. And if we're talking about upcoming superstars, I don't think we need to look any further than the young Namibian sprinter in Christine Mboma. She showed her class today. Sha'Carri was nowhere to be found. One individual left a comment in the comment section on the video I did previewing the race, saying technically Sha'Carri finished last again because the big names weren't in there, and the folks who finished 1, 2, 3 in a field with Shelley and Fraser Price and Talu, they'd probably push back some of those athletes and even push some of these athletes out of the race completely. So again, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What can stop Christine Mboma from achieving greatness? I think she is an amazing athlete. She's a superstar already. In a few years, she'll only be racing against the clock. And if Elaine Thompson-Herah doesn't beat Flojo's world record, I don't think I need to look much farther than Christine Mboma, because even if Elaine Thompson-Herah beats it, I think Mboma, if she continues on this trajectory, it's only a matter of time before she smashes that record as well. Remember, folks, like, share, subscribe. We have gotten past the 3,000 subscription mark. Again, it's all due to you. I owe everything to you guys. I appreciate all the comments that we've been receiving in the comment section. The feedback is always appreciated. As I said, we like to hear what you guys are thinking. What do you think of Christine Mboma at 18 years old running? Yep, definitely. Politics and IAAF will be. I agree, and that's right where I'm looking right now, because I can't see any other upcoming 200-meter sprinter that will prevent her from being great and exceptional. I think Elaine Thompson-Herah has maybe another Olympic cycle, and then that will be it. Then she can hang her spikes up. But this one here, Christine Mboma, she's one for the future as well as one for now, because we're seeing what she's doing now on the big stage, the Diamond League. There's one more left in the Diamond League, one more meet. That one will be between September 8th and 9th, I think. I'll post it on YouTube, so you guys will know. It will be held in Zurich, Switzerland. So we have Lausanne, we had Eugene, we had Paris in the last 3. We had Brussels making up the last 4, and then the final one will be held in Zurich, Switzerland. Okay, so again, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Feedback always appreciated. Christine Mboma, she won the 200 meters, 21:84 is the time that she clocked. Shericka Jackson from Jamaica, 21:95, I think. And third place, Dina Asher-Smith, the UK sprinter, the world champion as well. She finished third place, just over 22 seconds. So it was a race that was built up as Sha'Carri's redemption by yours truly as well. I was expecting her to redeem herself, but to be honest, I didn't expect her to win. If you watched the preview that I did, I gave Mboma favoritism. I said explicitly that I expected her to win that race, and she won it in the end. I think her top end speed is similar to Elaine Thompson-Herah. When she came off the curve, it was almost as if the rest of the field were in reverse. as she dismantled them one by one. Mboma, at only 18 years old, I think she has the world in her palm right now. Elaine Thompson-Herah is running some better times than her. Elaine Thompson-Herah is the Olympic double champion, but we also have to bear in mind that Elaine Thompson-Herah is at her peak now, right? So Mboma, she isn't at her peak as yet. I know she can get better, and I'm expecting her to get better. And I think the only thing that would be against her really is the IAAF, as I said before. Okay, I'll leave it there for now, folks. Just a quick revision of the race that was run earlier today. Jamaican Shericka Jackson finished second place. We have one more meet in the Diamond League, and that will be held in Zurich, Switzerland. It will be held between the 8th and the 9th of September. So just about a week from now. Okay. Again, like, share, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button as well. Miranda Brown here saying, Miranda Brown here saying, until next time, folks, check out my sponsors as well, Quick Link Shipping, RS Sportswear, and CSA Shop. Love you guys unconditionally. I hope each and every one of you have a productive weekend. All right, Christine Mboma to the world. Mark the name, the world record will be hers in a matter of months, in my opinion.